Now, as a follower of Yahushua HaMashiach, many of the Nazarene will know that term. Many people do not know. This speaks of what in Western Christianity, Jesus of Nazareth. However, I call him by the original name passed on from the old way, and I follow him. And my point is to point to truth. The truth is that we are progressing more assiduously, just quickly and adroitly, and through various means and various government agencies, through various people in high positions. These are being taken over by who? Well, peoples that want a one new world order.
15 minutes and we're still going.
Yeah.
You can even see the other X that crosses it too now.
Yep, now I can
that
smell
I couldn't
something.
see before.
There's a slight smell that I call it,
kind of a chemical.
Yeah, a little bit sweetish.
This looks a little worse too now.
And it's thicker there.
Or maybe it's just because of the sun. You know,
The sun is doing it. It's dipping now. It's going down slowly. If you listen to all the top leaders, Henry Kissinger, any world leader who is in position today, they are structured and set into position to advocate through various means the dismantling of the sovereignty of a nation to give under to a one world sovereignty. This is tied into Chem Trails. And how? I don't have all the information. I don't have all the knowledge of everything that they are using the Chem Trails for. I do know that the purported plan is to set up a worldwide screen. A screen in the air, a movie screen type effect. Using these various chemicals, they can make something look real, look effective, as though it were a solid object. And then use this for their purposes. Some say this is a blue beam project and assert that it will be used to stage a coming of the King of Kings, but it will be UFOs, or really interdimensional beings and their blue beam devices, which they will stage where people will be caught up by these vessels and carried away, and they will be called the good ones that were carried away to work, and those left down will be tried. And if they do not follow the truth as is given by them, well then you will be put in for reorientation, you will be tortured, or you will be excommunicated, as it were, from society. These are the purported aims that are out there today. Many of them are out there. Now, I don't know what you think, or even if you have considered these subjects, or if you just think there's a bunch of people with nutty ideas running around making these for no good reason than to be known and to get money and to run off like the rest of the world may be doing. But there are many people under Mind, Body, Soul, which is the production of Greg Fernandez Jr. and his books, False Flags. It's coming up with some more books in the near future that you might consider reading. And Sunny Desai.
This thing is up there for a half hour.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh yeah, it'll
hour.
be there. Just look up Sunny Desai, D-E-S-A-I, the Vegetarian Agenda. What is that? Well, it ties into all of this. The world is one and is run by several groups of people. And I won't go into the details, but the Bilderberger is one group that makes decisions. They're the richest, most powerful people that meet together. Also, the politicians that work with them and under them, where do they meet? At the Bohemian Grove in Monterey, California. These are things which all tie together and which I'll delve in more and more in Heart Talk as we continue on in studying just the basics, getting a basic understanding of what chemtrails, contrails, and how these tie into this new world order and agenda. With Heart Talk, I'm Walter Bradley. We'll see you in a little bit. And the houses back there, if we got a shot and came back from, well, we'd have to go up further and get crossways. Perpendicular to and run over to that one maybe later.
Okay.
or get out to the other hill on the opposite side and catch that backdrop.
Perfect.
One of the subjects we do cover here on Hard Talk is chemtrails. Why do we want to talk about chemtrails? What are chemtrails? Have you even heard of chemtrails? Well, it's important to consider that your environment affects how you are. And if you consider all things, the air you breathe and what's in that air you breathe affects the way you live. It affects your children, your pets, your community. It may affect your mood or the mood of many people. Well, how is this happening? Why is it happening? Well, we'll talk about it here on Heart Talk with Walter Bradley, and occasionally I have Greg Fernandez with us of Mind, Body, Soul Production. So, hey, won't you join us here, and we'll talk about chemtrails and things of the earth and what's going on in government and amongst us today. Won't you join us here on Heart Talk with Walter Bradley?